Good afternoon. Welcome to our weekly installment of Artist Spotlight. And I'm so excited to welcome you back to another week. My name is Karen Lee Garcia, Programs Director with the Arts Council for Monterey County. And I'm so happy and pleased to welcome today the Director, Casting Director, and Company Manager for Pacific Repertory Theater and their School of Dramatic Arts, Susie Burns. So welcome, Susie. Thank you so much for joining us today for Artist Spotlight. And before we get started, I'm going to introduce a little bit more background information on who Susie is. So she has a Master's of Fine Arts in Directing from the University of Nevada at Las Vegas. And she is in her fourth year at PacRep Theater, working as their company manager and casting director. Directing credits for PacRep are Mary Poppins, Sister Act, Mamma Mia, and Newsies. Susie also directs the yearly Soda on Stage show and has produced the performances Matilda, Jungle Book Jr., Annie Jr., and Willy Wonka Jr. She is a strong believer that theater should be in schools and works with the Monterey Peninsula Unified School District and with the Monterey Peninsula College teaching and directing theater. Susie will be forever thankful to Stephen and the PacRep family for embracing her and giving her a safe and fun place to create. She is a proud member of the Carmel Valley Rotary. So welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. So we get all sorts of information here at the Arts Council, and I feel like your newsletter was one of the earlier ones that we received when shelter in place, started rolling out and weeks kept, being tacked on, and we said, whoa, look at what is happening over at PacRep. They have so much going on, and that's what we want to talk about with you today. So, how has your organization been impacted? And then we'll get into how you've addressed that.
Right. Well, to be honest, the performance side of the organization was stopped dead in its tracks. All the big, live theater, concert venues, that's gathering a lot of people, and it was stopped dead in its tracks. And to be perfectly honest, we are going to have to cancel all of the 2020 season, sadly. But fortunately, we are able to keep our School of Dramatic Arts classes running by getting them online.
Right.
So I'm very excited to be able to offer those classes online.
Yeah, that's great. And sorry to hear that the season for 2020 has you'll start again in 2021, hopefully.
Basically, what we're saying is we're postponing, right? That's what we're doing. We're going to heal right now, and the shows that we hope to have offered in 2020 will come back in 2021. Mm-hmm. And we are offering all the people that we have cast to come back, and most of them are excited to have a new season in 2021. So that's what we're striving for. So.
That's wonderful. That's great. And for the School of Dramatic Arts, how has that transition been from, of course, being in person to now transitioning your classes online? And how many classes do you have online? Because there's a lot going on.
Well, currently we are running 2 classes online. We just completed one, the Acting for the Camera with Doug Mueller. And it was really successful, and the kids had a lot of fun. And then currently we are running a class called A Play in a Box. And then we are also doing a Broadway musical theater class with Miranda Pearl.
Okay.
And they are going really well. I'm personally teaching the Play in the Box, and it's been a learning curve to transition, from live theater where you're really, theater is contact, looking at each other and communicating, But how do you do that on the screen? Well, we're all learning. You have your little boxes in Zoom,
Mhm.
and we're all being able to communicate. And how do you change some of the theater games to work online? And it's been a challenge, but it's also been kind of fun to reinvent,
Mhm.
and it's working. And what I find that works is that the younger generation, or even like my generation, we're but they are so resilient,
Right.
and they're so open to the changes that are occurring, and they're also actually sometimes teaching me. For example, today, um, I was teaching my play in a box, and I have 14, and
14 students.
14 students.
Wow.
Little
Mhm.
14, I call them in my little 14 little cubicles,
Right.
um, my big Brady Bunch. And um, one of the kids is like, can we go into breakout rooms? I'm like, oh, what a great idea. So that we can kind of discuss in smaller groups.
Mhm.
So the kids are teaching me, and
Right.
it's just, it's it's kind of a positive, wonderful thing, and I'm actually kind of enjoying it. Obviously, it doesn't replace the one-on-one being together in a room, but it is still a great um, option
Right.
for where we are right now.
And have you received, getting technical tips, but have you received any feedback from students and parents and any maybe community members about the online experience?
So far, it's all been really appreciative. They are
Mhm.
thankful to have it. I have parents that are so thankful to be able to have a little bit of a break.
Right.
Put the kids there, and um, um, and 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 be able to still create and meet. One of the things that was really kind of sad was I was in the middle of rehearsing Babe, the sheep pig, with
Mhm.
30 kids. And we were in the second, third week of rehearsal, and then all of a sudden had to stop. And several of the parents like, "Oh my gosh, what are we gonna do? What's gonna happen?" So we offered this acting to the camera for these students, and they were so thrilled to have that option.
Right.
I think in terms of negative, if you even want to say that, is you can see sometimes that um, the what is it called, the video fatigue.
Mm.
That a lot of them were in school online, and then coming to their extracurricular online.
Right.
So the big challenge was trying to keep it active online,
Mhm.
not sitting. How do we jump up and down and dance and move around?
That's so important to have the movement breaks in between between the formal class structure. So that's really good.
Exactly,
That's
exactly.
awesome. Yeah, that's not negative. That's a positive.
Right.
You're always finding ways to address it. So
Right, right.
I just wanted to share just a couple of images so people, or maybe I'll share the video just because that's fun.
Yeah.
Let's see here. So I'm going to share this. And actually, before I share this video, can you quickly tell me what we are going to see here?
This is, we offer a performance or play production class that Diane Goyette, um, the SOTA director, teaches or produces. And she finds these wonderful little pieces of smaller, kind of shorter play performances. And this one is Rock Around the Block. So it's a fun little musical a la 50s. And we were just looking at it, and it was really fun to see some of the younger versions of the students that are like now in middle school, high school, who've moved on to be on our main stage. So what's really exciting about School of Dramatic Arts, it really is a feeder to our main theater, as well as other theaters, but that it's a sort of a stomping ground or a learning ground for performance. They get their costumes and their music, and we have a musical director usually, which is Janice Pearl most of the time, and a choreographer. So they get a feel of what theater will be like and what to expect when they go onto our big stage. So this is Rock Around the Block.
That's wonderful. So here I go. I'm going to share this with everyone.
She lied! 10 minutes, racing! What's that? Baby! That voice! Oh, baby! It is! Oh, baby! She rocks when she rolls.
I just love that. It made me instantly happy. So
it really does, and it's so fun again just to see those faces and see how they've all grown up.
mm-hmm.
And also just a little trivia or thing, you know, that's the Indoor Forest Theater, and both Stephen Moore, Julie Hewitt, and I, and Diane Goyette, we are all alumni of the Children's Experimental Theater, which was established by Marcia Hovick. So, you know, we started as young kids in that space, and it's just so wonderful to be able to keep that indoor forest alive with theater, and so just a little memory lane.
And what a history there for
Yes.
you
Yes.
to have baby left and come back, and what a full circle moments happening all the time. Yes. So can you share a little bit about some of the classes that are still available if you're looking for, if registration is still open? And then we'll, in our Facebook feed, we will be posting different website links and ways for people to register. So what is open and available?
Right. So right now, well, you just saw a little snippet of the play production class. Now, obviously, we're not going to be able to be on that stage doing that, but we are going to still do a play production class via Zoom, obviously, and we are going to record the production, and Diane Goyette and Miranda Pearl will be teaching that class. That's the next one coming up, and they're going to do a musical called The Blob, a musical. And this creature crawls into a drive-in movie and takes over the town, and they are going to transition that into a Zoom performance. And I'm really excited to see what happens, and they're still open and available. And again, that's the next one that starts, and it starts June 29th.
Okay.
And it's for ages 8 to 17. As you can see on that, the We Will Rock You, you have a whole age group that can work together on the stage. So I'm really excited about that. And then we have our basic acting, musical theater, a musical dance. I'm just sort of running through some improv that you'll be able to look those up. But what's exciting is the teachers that we have this year. We have alumni from PacRep who have gone off to college and come back with their degrees, or are currently still studying college, but have had to come home, or it's break. So Gracie Ballesteri, who is a longtime PacRep alumni, started, you know, in School of Dramatic Arts classes and performing, has recently graduated from Berkeley and will be coming and teaching freestyle fairy tale class, as well as a beginning Shakespeare class. And then Katie Wheeler is also an alumni and has done several shows with us and is currently in college. And here will be teaching. I think sorry, I'm doing my cheat sheet. She's teaching the comedy improv class, which is always a very popular class. Kids love to improvise and get up there and, create stories and things like that. Someone else I'd mentioned, Miranda Pearl, is also a wonderful musical theater teacher, vocalist in her own right. And I always say the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Her mom, Janice Pearl, one of our resident musical directors, works with us as well. And of course, Diane Goviet, who has been with us for, I can't quote how long, I apologize, but a long time. So yeah, we have a wonderful group of teachers. And what I love is, I say that word all the time, alumni. Full circle, we go off, we do our things, and we always come back, because PacRep, and I think theaters in general, create a sense of community, a sense of home.
Family.
And I think that's why people keep coming back, why the arts and in general, why we all keep coming back, because it's such a wonderful, nurturing, positive environment.
And that brings me to something else that your PacRep was highlighting during this time, was the alumni videos. So I don't have a video to share, but we'll link everything. If you want to share a little bit about that, talk about coming back and sharing history with everyone.
Yeah, it was such a great idea. And Justin Gordon and Claire Moore are sort of running it, and had this wonderful idea of, since we can't produce, but we want to be a presence, let's reach out to all these people who have been a part of PacRep's past. So they reached out, and it's been so well received, and it's been so exciting to look at. Anybody can join in and see all of it, but these performers from years past and current and present are talking about where they are now, and what they did with PacRep, and then they perform something, a song, a monologue, and it's real raw, it's real beautiful, it's in their homes, heartfelt. I even did one that it took me forever, but because I haven't been on stage in a really long time.
Right.
The first time I was on stage at the Golden Bough, I've been with PacRep even when it was Golden Bough, Grovemont and Theater Fest, but we did a chorus line in 1995. That's when we first got the Golden Bough, and it was such a special show. And I sang What I Did for Love, because it's such a pertinent, a viable song right now, because it's what we do for love. And if it means we're online, we're still doing it for love. And to watch these alumni, they're flexing their artistic muscles and engaging the community again, and it's really great to see. And then something else I just want to bring up, positively, is that in the meantime, while we're closed, we are really hoping to be able to jump into our phase 2 remodel and renovation of the Golden Bough. So I don't know if a lot of people know, but we will be completely remodeling the audience, and making it brand new and sort of more open for the audience to see the stage, because when we first got this, it was a movie theater.
Right.
So it's really going to be a wonderful phase. So a positive thing is that we're closed, we can renovate, and we are hoping to be
silver lining right there, that you're And now you don't, I'm assuming that you don't have to work the renovation around shows being open and rehearsals and things like that. So full steam ahead on renovating.
Right. And then we're hoping, if all goes well, and it will, that we will be able to open in mid 2021. The first show will more than likely be at the outdoor. So that hopefully at that point, outdoor theater is more conducive. And we will bring Shrek to the outdoor, which is the one that we had to cancel. So we're hoping for that, because something that people tend to forget a lot of the times is, yes, we can separate the audience the 6 feet, but we have to remember, how do you separate the cast, the crew,
Right.
the tech people on that stage? How do we keep them safe?
Right.
So right now, that's not possible, but most definitely we are striving for 2021. It's going to be a good year.
That's wonderful. Yeah, you mentioned that the other day. You said people don't remember that theaters are first to close, and maybe the last to open. So
Yeah.
I said, oh goodness, you're right. It hadn't even thought of that, but it's such a harder thing to transition
Right.
at the time. So,
and again, going back to the alumni, when you look at how many are coming in and how many people are, in the arts that can't work
right.
because of this, there's a huge group of people out there that are trying to figure out what can we do. And one of the things is, the alumni challenge, and part of the alumni challenge is you can choose to help that artist out by donating to them if you choose, or you can donate to PacRep Theater, to help move forward and or actually stay current at this point.
Right. No, that's wonderful. That's a really, really good point. And that all of that information, I'm assuming, is on the PacRep website, or maybe on Facebook.
It's on our website. It's on Facebook. It's on Instagram. It's everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah. PacRep Theater. You can Google that, or go on Facebook and all of that, and hopefully it'll all go up there on the Facebook feed.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think that, I feel, one thing I wanted to just ask, because I know there's a lot to move forward, but what kind of classes are you thinking of doing for the fall? And are there any plans to open up classes for adults?
Yeah, well, I really do hope that we can open in the fall. We just had our staff meeting yesterday, and we were talking a little bit about what that means. And we're, really doing our research to make sure that we are following all the guidelines and with the masks and all of that. So yes, in the fall, we, if all goes well, we will try to do some in-person classes. But we will, if for some reason we can't, maybe there's a hybrid kind of thing we'll do. We will keep Zoom going because it is going really well, and I'm very excited. Adult classes, yeah, I now that we aren't producing shows, I'm really hoping that I can start some classes for adults, maybe even some some not stage readings, but readings of scripts and things like that. So please keep watching for our schedule. We will keep it updated, and we're not going anywhere. We are going to fight this, and we're going to do it. We're going to keep our classes going, and we are going to teach whatever people want us to teach. Because if you go to our alumni page, oh my goodness, we can grab from all sorts of people and say, hey, come and teach a class, and I guarantee you they'll want to do that.
Yeah, that's wonderful. And it's good to know that people can reach out to you if they have any class ideas or anything any questions. And I do say PacRep does an amazing job of updating your schedule. I always feel like, oh, I know what's going on over there. They do an amazing job. So, Well, thank you so much. Is there anything else that you want to share at this time, or?
No, I feel so thankful to you guys for opening this up. It's your series is just amazing, and so appreciative. And I'm so appreciative again to PacRep and everybody, behind the scenes. Well, and Stephen Moore, the driving force of the theater, and Julie Hewitt, who is an amazing actress, and our business manager who, keeps us in line, and Kathy Kamendiner, who does all of our photos and visual stuff. She's amazing. And Jim Bennett, he is our philanthropist, and boy, he knows how to find money for us.
Very important.
It really is. And it's just a family, a wonderful family. And everybody out there, thank you for your support and your love, because I can't tell you how much it means. Even just a little bit of donations that we're getting is so helpful to keep our theater alive and out there. So just keep supporting the arts, all theaters. We have so many wonderful little theaters in our town, and as well as the artists, the music, all of that. So thank you very much to Monterey County Arts for hosting this and for supporting us.
Absolutely. So, as I mentioned, we have been behind the scenes too on this Facebook Live, posting your videos, and also I'll send some of the photos so people can see a couple of the pictures that I wasn't able to share during this session. And we can find you at Instagram and on Facebook at Pacific Repertory Theater, and online on website at www.pacrep.org. And I want to say thank you so much, and it's good to see you during this interaction, and appreciate your time, and we will see you online.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.